NEET biology class. As we know, we are making the series of videos on kingdom Animalia. Now we look forward towards the determinate and indeterminate type of cleavage. First of all, let us go for determinate. Determinate type of cleavage. What is determinate type of cleavage? Determination means dedication. What is meant by dedication? Here, let us see zygote. Zygote divides into 2 cell, 4 cell, 8, 32, 64. Likewise, if it all going on, if it all divides continuously, what happens? What happens? Generally, if there is no dedication for these particular cells or tissues who are dividing here, definitely will find after a period of time, you will find a big football of mass of cells. That means it's not happening like this. What's happening here? When zygote, 2 cell, 4 cell, 8 cell, 16, likewise when the cells are dividing like this at any one of the stage of development, the cells need to decide to become, need to determine to become something in the adult. That means during the process of development, some of the cells will dedicate to become digestive system. Some of them dedicate to become respiratory. Some of them need to become body wall. Such kind of dedication required here. Now the question rises, when does these developing embryonic cells are going to decide or determine to become something of the adult? So when does they determine, when does they dedicate to become, to try to decide to become a kind of tissue or organ in the adult? Based on that, we have the classification like determinate and indeterminate. Determinate. If we come to the determinate type of cleavage, at this stage, very early stages, you will find 4 cell stage. At the time of 4 cell stage only, they determine to become something. Like cell 1 becomes something in the adult, cell 2 decide to become something in the adult. So at very early stages of development, if the cells are decided or determined to become something, we call such kind of cleavage pattern as determinate type of cleavage. Determinate means the development process. During the development process, if the very early stages of development, if the cells are decided to become, determine something, we call such type of cleavage as determinate type of cleavage. Then indeterminate. It doesn't mean like so the cells don't determine, as we said now. If cell don't determine during the process of development, if embryonic cell doesn't determine to become something, that you will find finally a mass of cells only. That is not going to happen. Generally in embryonic development at one particular stage, cells will decide to become something of that growing embryonic cells are going to become something of organ or a system or tissue they have to determine. Then why it is called indeterminate? The process of development, during the process of development, if the determination occurs late in the embryonic development. If the determination occurs late in the embryonic development, we call such type of cleavage is indeterminate type of cleavage. What is determinate type of cleavage? Determinate type of cleavage means if the fate of blastomeres, the cells of the embryo during the developmental process, generally called blastomeres. Cells, the general term we used till the time, now we are moving towards the definition. If the fate of blastomeres decided early in the embryonic development, if the fate of blastomeres decided early in the embryonic development, we call such type of cleavage is determinate type of cleavage. If the fate of blastomeres decided late in the embryonic development, such kind of cleavage is called indeterminate type of cleavage. If the fate of blastomeres decided early in the development is called determinate. If the fate of blastomeres decided late in the embryonic development, we call such kind of cleavage as indeterminate type of cleavage. Let us see this in kingdom Animalia. Here we are, kingdom Animalia, classified into two subkingdoms, subkingdom Parazoa and subkingdom Eumetazoa. As subkingdom Eumetazoa further classified into grade Radiata and or Diploblastica and grade Bilateria or Triploblastica, learned earlier. Grade Bilateria or Triploblastica further classified into two divisions, division Protostomia, division Deuterostomia. Here we are. Division Protostomia is having determinate type of cleavage. Division Protostomia is having determinate type of cleavage. In division Deuterostomia, indeterminate type of cleavage is present. Then when it comes to the phyla, determinate type of cleavage. All the phyla from phylum Platyhelminthes to mollusca. Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropoda, mollusca are having determinate type of cleavage. Indeterminate type of cleavage, we have three phyla: Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. So this is about determinate and indeterminate type of cleavage. Thank you.